We're looking at Hebrews chapter 6, verses 9 through 12. So remember, in Hebrews 6, 1 through 3, he tells the church that they've become dull of hearing. And then in verses 4 through 8, he gives them a warning. And then now here in verse 9 through 12, he tells them to continue to persevere in the faith. So he says, though we speak in this way, though he speaks about the land bearing fruit, which is blessed by God, and the land that is bearing thorns and thistles and is cursed by God, he says, in your case, we feel sure of better things, things that belong to salvation. He's saying, I'm convinced that you, beloved, are like the land that has fruit and is blessed by God. Why? Well, he says, he's giving the reason why he thinks this. God is not unjust so as to overlook your work and love that you have shown in his name in serving the saints. Right, we saw that they served the saints, and we'll see in Hebrews chapter 10, they partook and helped those who were suffering. Right, they were demonstrating the fruit of the Spirit in Christian service towards others, and as they still do so. Even though they've become dull of hearing, they're still bearing fruit. They're still following the ways of Christ. They're still committed to him and his ways. They have not abandoned the gospel. Then he gives them a word here to press on in verse 11 and 12. And we desire that each of you to show the same earnestness. He wants them to be earnest in the service of others as they were in the beginning and as they are still continue to do. He doesn't want them to become lukewarm. He wants them to continue. He doesn't want them to grow weary of doing good. He wants them to continue to be refreshed by the gospel and lead others to the streams of the gospel so that they too would have life and life eternal and joy and a peace that surpasses all understanding. He wants them to show the same earnestness, pursue the same earnestness, to have full assurance of the hope until the end. Full assurance of the hope. The hope that awaits us is final, lasting joy with our God, our triune God. He wants you to be earnest so that you may not be sluggish. Continue to persevere in the faith. Don't grow weary of doing good. Don't grow dull of hearing, but be imitators of those who through faith and patience inherit the promise. So church, continue to pursue and have the same earnestness, to have the full assurance of the hope that awaits you. Continue to love others. Continue to be refreshed by the gospel. Continue to do the work that God has prepared you to do. See you guys next time.